Yeah. What up, YouTube? Gold Pikachu here, and this video is a PSA. PSA, public service announcement. Okay, let's get started. So, this is about people walking across the road using their phones. I mean, seriously. I'm standing there and I'm like, oh, okay, green light, let's go. I put the phone in my pocket. I'm like, okay, let's get to this walking. But I'm walking and I see these people and they're all there. They're all texting and they're all looking at the Twitter and they're like, ooh, ooh. And I'm all like, what are you doing? Do you want to get run over? Dying happens, people. That's a thing. Do you want to get run over by a truck because you're like, oh, there's this tweet that I just have to reblog like right now, or else it just loses all of its meaning and it's pointless after that. It has to be like right now. Do you want to get hit by some soccer mom's minivan because you're like, oh, I gotta like my Instagram feed. I gotta like all these pictures. I gotta like them right now. No, you don't. I'm sorry. But seriously, this is not a joke. I mean, it's a real serious thing. You cannot be walking across the road looking down at your phone. That's crazy. People think that just because they're not driving, they don't have to pay attention to the road, but that's not true. Like, whether you're in the car or you're walking across the street, you have to pay attention. Both people have to pay attention. It's common sense, people. Common sense. I'm gonna show you using these things that I have randomly. And I'm gonna show you what it's like. Okay, so say here, this is you, and you're walking across the street. All right, and you're there with your little phone, and you're there and you're like, oh, I gotta see what's up on the Twitter. Oh, I don't know why I sound like Mickey, but yeah. So here's you, and you're like, do, minding your business, looking at your Twitter, looking at your Tumblr, your Instagram, like texting, your email, that stuff, Facebook. This is a car, and they're there, and say they're not paying attention either. They're there, and they're like on some important business call, and they're all flustered, and they're like, boss, I'm on my way. Don't worry, I'll get there. I'll try not to be late. I'm sorry, sir. And the boss is all like, oh, if you're late again, you're gonna be fired. And so he's all panicking, and he's like not paying attention to the road. And so here you come, and you're all like, oh, do, minding your own business, and then suddenly, boom, dead, probably. That is why you need to pay attention. Both people need to pay attention. Everyone needs to pay attention. When you're not walking across the road, yeah, sure, it's fine. Go ahead. Look at your Twitter. Hey, I do that. I look at my social media when I'm not crossing the road. But when it's time to go across, put it away. You need to be doing that at that moment. Just put it away. I'm gonna show you, and this is not a little skit. It's gonna be what happens when you put your phone away. Here you are, and you're here, and you're like, oh, okay, it's time to walk across the road, cause I can. So you're like, okay, I'm gonna put my phone away. See, that's a good thing. Put your phone away. So then you start to walk across, and then you notice that there's this car, and he's not stopping, say, because he's texting in his car. And you're like, oh, I see that guy not stopping. I'm not going to walk across. And then here he goes. Sure enough, he doesn't stop. And he just keeps on going. He's just, phew, right past you. There you are. And you think, wow, I could have died if I was not paying attention. Same goes for this case. In this case, see, he's not texting while he's driving. But say this one is while he's walking across the road. And it's like, and he's walking. He's like, oh, I see that guy walking across the road, and he doesn't notice me. So I'm just gonna stop, like, and the guy's like, oh, that was a close one. I almost died. But he didn't, because he was paying attention. Now, see what happens when you're both paying attention. Oh, here's the red light, stopping. Okay, I'm going now because there are no cars coming at me. That's how it should be. And it's not just texting. I mean, sometimes people are doing other things too. Like, they're listening to music and they're like way into it, and they're not aware of their surroundings. So it's not just, texting or your social media. It's not just that. You need to be aware no matter what you're doing. So like, you're listening to music and you're reading a book at the same time. I don't understand why people do that. Walking and reading a book. I don't get it. I tried it once and it wasn't that fun at all. It's weird. But like, say they're doing that, or they're, not paying attention, just, listening to music and stuff, and, just doing something that drags their attention away from the situation at hand. They will probably get run over. Yeah. And same thing over here. Mr. Driver. He needs to pay attention too. It is not just texting or anything like that. He could be doing something else. Then, he could be distracted by other things. Like, say he has his dog, or there's like a whining child in the back, or there's a whining friend who's complaining about their problems. And he's like, he can't pay attention because, all these distractions everywhere. So, my point is, when you're walking across the road, put your distractions away, because you could save your life. Anyhoodle. Ooh, that got serious there. Like, seriousness is that's an icky feeling. Okay. All right. So I guess thanks for listening to my little rant. I promise next Sunday's video is gonna be a lot lighter than this one. It's gonna be much happier and funnier, maybe. Okay, leave a like if you agree with my message. Do the subscribing, because I need those. And follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr. Follow me on those things. Just look me up and be, oh yeah, hey, I like her, I'm gonna follow. That's what I hope you will do. Okay, I make videos every Sunday, so see you on the next one, and stay golden. My first Facebook profile pic. Oh my goodness, let me see that. Wait, I'm not Facebook on here. How dare you not load my albums? My first profile picture was, it was this. This was my first profile picture. Typical, right? Yeah.